Alright, so I just recorded, like a 20-minute vlog out there in the living room about 2 hours ago. I was actually testing out this new camera I got, but I guess I might need to read the instruction manual because I ran into a couple of problems. This is actually kind of a long story here. Some of you might remember I left my other camera, my original camera, the video camera that I used to use to film all these conventions. I left that in Boston, at a McDonald's. And for whatever reason, I just put off getting another one for the longest time. So next thing I know, it's like 3 days from Otafest, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't know if Amazon can get a video camera to me in time. I'm sure they probably could have. But anyway, so what I did was, I just went up to Walmart and I got this like cheap little $20 camera. And I used that to record the stuff at Otafest. And I just now got around to looking at those files on my Google Drive over here. And it turns out they're AVI files. And for whatever reason, I can't get AVI files playing Sony Vegas, and I don't really feel like going to all the trouble to download codecs or whatever the heck it is, or go to all the trouble to convert the videos, you know? So it's like, I can watch them, but even then, they're like really poopy quality, which I would have expected from a $20 video camera. So then, fast forward to like last week, I went on Amazon and I just picked up some random camera. I didn't want to spend too much, so I kind of just went with one that was like $75. Anyway, I just tried recording with that yesterday, and it turns out that records in AVI files too, and I'm like, oh no. So, you know, so it's like, in that video, actually, there was like almost no sound. I turned the sound all the way up and I couldn't even hear a thing. There's like one part of the video that's really loud that I could hear. You know, so I knew the sound was there, but it was like so quiet. The video itself like looked like it played at like 20 frames a second, so I don't know. Yeah, I think I just need to fiddle around with it a little more. Not a huge deal, but I can't get that done. So that's kind of the situation with the Otafest videos. They do exist, but they're AVIs, and they're all like, I don't know if it's worth the trouble to go to convert them all, especially when they're really poopy quality to begin with. So that's where we're at there. There's really not much else to report. I got this nice little notepad in from St. Jude's, so actually got some paper to write on for when I play Zero Time Dilemma. It's really cool too. It has like my name down here and stuff. It's got a dust on it already, and makes a nice little fan too, even though I don't need one right now. You know what I just realized too? Another thing that Otafest made me realize is that I need to get more business cards. I'm almost out. I originally ordered 10,000 of them, and they've lasted me this long. How many years now have I been leaving those business cards around at cons? Yeah, not much else to really report. I should probably open my window and get some light in here, shouldn't I? I really don't know, man. So I can just get this dog on top of my head here. I mean, I could play around with this all day. I really could. And a couple nights ago, I started playing Ori and the Blind Forest for the first time. That's an interesting game. It's actually a bit harder than I expected, but I guess I can't say I'm too surprised. There's like, I mean, not to spoil anything, but there's like an escape sequence that involves a lot of water, and I must have died like 25, 30 times to that. Thank goodness the music is really good, but man, oh man, that sure kicked my butt. It's like they definitely want to make sure that you know how to do that move where you shoot yourself off in a certain direction. Yep, well, I think I know how to now. In fact, if I was smart, I'd stop recording this and start playing that right now. You didn't tell me to save it though. Save it though. So got that song stuck in my head. Still have my 2 Breath of the Wild coins from E3, or... Well, yeah, from E3. Yep. You didn't tell me to save it though. Right, oh, I guess I can take that down. Yeah, I recorded a Super Metroid race yesterday with the guys from CGGP, and I cannot wait to see this race, because you would not believe. I don't even know if I want to spoil that much of it. Ugh. Yeah, so Con Bravo's coming up in like another 10 days, I think. I don't remember what day it is I'm taking off. It's either the 27th or the 28th, but definitely looking forward to that. I don't know about the drive. It's funny to think that I recorded part of my 40 years vlogs on the drive to it last year. I haven't recorded any more of those. when it gets to that point in my life, like, everything becomes such a blur. 2007, 2008, 2009, it's like I could tell you about my life, generally speaking, for those years, but I can't tell you about any specific things, because there's nothing, like, it's like every day has been, like, the same. It's like I come home from work, I record Majora's Mask, I put it up on YouTube, you know? But I don't have, like, any specific stories that go with that year that I can talk about, you know? It's like, so I've been trying to think of, like, overarching things like Dad getting cancer or starting the karaoke show and, like, all this stuff. And, you know, speaking of Dad, I actually had a dream about him a couple nights ago. And in the dream, he was getting on my case and saying, "Tim, you need to get a real job." I'm like, oh, it's like all my anxieties realized again. Oh, and then he also said something like, "You also need to lose weight. You know, you need to take care of that." Well, in his words, in the dream, he was saying, "You need to take care of that weight problem." That was how he worded it. So I don't know. It could have really been him. I don't know. That's a little crazy, but that was interesting, though. Threw me for a loop. It's like, I don't know if it was that same night or the night before, but I remember, like, I was laying there and I was totally convinced that I had to get up and go to work at Pick and Save. I mean, how long has it been now since I quit there? 6 years? And yet I still have dreams about it, like, thinking that I actually have to get up and go. Of course, that's kind of what normal people have to do, you know? That's what normal people have to do. I guess my face is looking a little better. It was getting really red for a while there. It was, like, so bad that I looked like, oh, shoot, man, I was just reading all those insults on Reddit. Like, it was so bad that if I fell down, the explosion would propel me back up. I don't know, I can't think of one. This video is up to, like, 10 minutes here. I think I'm actually going to stop it there, and, you know, I don't want to make any promises about there being more of these, because I know I say that at the end of every single video. I'm like, oh, I need to make more of these, because in the moment it's like, oh, look how easy this is. It's easy to record a video. But, yeah, well, the thing I gotta figure out is this camera situation, because if I'm going to record Con Bravo, I'm going to need to be recording... Anyway, whatever. And, I got one more tape from July 12th that I haven't put up yet. It's me playing Castlevania 4 with one hand. Me playing Castlevania 4 with one hand, like that. No, but what's the next tape after that? I need to see. Because I don't actually know. I think it's not till September, isn't it? I have something here from August 28th. I'm not sure what that is. It says burp in all caps after it. Wait a minute. Oh, July 13th. Okay. Yeah, there was one on July 13th also. But it was basically like 2 minutes long, and it was a tape where I did a 2-minute burp. It wasn't actually a 2-minute burp, it was a bunch of little burps spliced together on the tape. Like, I would press pause and set up another burp and then start, record, let the burp go, and then pause again. But, you know, at what point does it just become overkill, you know, really? So yeah, I have August 28th, August 29th, I don't know what these tapes are. September 7th? September 11th, September 16th. Now, to me, September 16th is where the fall run of tapes starts. It's like I just started school, 11th grade, so I start talking about, you know, my new classes, everything like that. Holy mackerel. Alright, so I'm just going to cut it off there for now, and next time on Breaking NCS, we'll do something else. I'll get back to those 40-year vlogs, I promise. Okay, take it easy, y'all. See you next time